Hey, okay, I'll get started. Hey, it's three guys picking, right? Oh. Sorry. Guys Pickin, the most electrifying cable access television show in Chicago.
Hey, what's up?
And
I'm
also
Tyler.
the world.
With me as always is Brodie.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. What's going on today, man?
We have a very special guest for you here today.
Oh, hi, busy. You're busy?
No,
Is busy bee?
not busy.
Busy guest? Oh, you're not the guest. Go ahead. Get out of here.
Lou Gramm, singer for Foreigner. Former singer for Foreigner. Former Foreigner?
Whoa. We interviewed Lou Gramm.
Yes, I interviewed Lou Gramm.
Why wasn't I informed about this?
You had a hangnail.
I had a hangnail? I think you just didn't want me to meet Lou Gramm. So are you trying to hog Lou Gramm all to yourself? So he's done this our whole life. I don't know, Chewie, I don't know. Well, cool. Well, check out the interview with Lou Gramm. That's the first time I'm going to be seeing it too, so I'm going to hopefully enjoy it as well.
Cool, check it out. You have a great new CD out called the Lou Gramm Band. What can you tell us about that?
It's my first new product in probably easily over a dozen years, and it's my first foray into Christian rock. I've been a Christian a born-again Christian for about 18 years now, and it's always been my intention to turn my talents towards something that would please the Lord, and it's finally at the point where the band and myself have been able to write, record, and produce a record that we've released that is of that ilk, and we're real pleased with it and real proud of it.
That is awesome, because so many people, you think like Christian rock is like its own little audience, and they might be afraid to polarize themselves or just link themselves with that type of audience, but that is awesome that somebody like you who has such a great history, just pick a place like that and go with it.
Well, it's like I said, I've come to that point over the number of years, that I've been a Christian, and particularly after my brain tumor and the operation and my slow recovery, I just felt that it was the time of my life when I really wanted to turn my attention that way and sing His praises.
That is awesome. What would you say is your favorite tracks off the new CD?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I like a lot of them. I do like So Great. I think, you know what, I better not start naming them because we'll go through the whole album. At any rate, though, I do have some favorites, but I honestly think top to bottom the album rocks.
That's awesome. Are there any tracks maybe when you recorded it, wow, this is a good song, but then when you got to playing live, like, wow, this is a great song. Any of them change like that from the recording studio to the stage?
Here's the thing, we haven't played them live yet. We've been pushing and jostling around, hoping to get some shows where we could perform with other Christian acts, maybe get our way on a Christian outdoor rock festival or something like that, but it just hasn't worked out, and so even though we've got the Christian album out, we've had no outlet to really play those songs. So the reality is we're not sure what it's going to sound like when we play it live.
Well, we may not be much of an outlet, but we are, so you have one over here in Chicago.
Excellent.
Something, it's like Midnight Blue, right? It's a Lou Gramm song. That's pretty cool. Welcome back to Guys Pickin. So, with our Lou Gramm special. This cat over here, I got to sit down and talk to him down at Joe's on Weed Street, which is kind of a good friend of Three Guys Pickin. We've done plenty of interviews and recording there, including greats like Shooter Jennings, Night Ranger, and other people that have been on the show. So that's pretty neat. So, what?
Other people that have been on the show that were Joe's.
Joe's on Weed. And we wanted to have a good little conversation with Lou Gramm, talk about what he did in the past, what he did with Foreigner, what's he doing now? What's he doing now?
He had a new album out, and it's Christian rock.
Oh, cool, yeah, we grew up with listening to, Petra, nice, classic Christian rock band, and then you got, other Christian rock acts that are out there today that are pretty cool, like Meatloaf. Striper. Wasp?
I don't think Wasp is Christian.
My bad. I didn't know there was no Wasp.
Well, anyway, I think that's pretty cool, for him to go into a different genre, so to speak, and
still have success. The guy's got a legendary voice, and he can really pretty much do whatever he wants. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Check it out.
On the show Three Guys Pickin, Brodie is my brother.
Okay.
So we see that you have the brothers Gramm playing.
Yes, the Bee Gees. My mom and dad were both musicians. That's how they met and fell in love. My dad was a trumpet player in the mid and late 40s in the big band era. And my mom, as it happened, ended up being the singer in his band, and that's how they met and fell in love. And I think it was definitely in the genes. All the brothers played and have played since a very young age. I was a drummer before I was a singer. My brother Ben plays drums and trumpet. Richard plays guitar and saxophone. So we really just kind of was there for us, and our children also play. So it's just going from one generation to another.
For aspiring vocalists who are interested in how you prepare, when you're on tour, or if you're not playing on the day of a show, do you like sing all week? The day of the show, do you maybe rest your voice? Do you sing before a show? How do you keep your voice in shape and sounding so good?
I think if I haven't played for a number of days or a week, I'll begin to just sing on my own, a cappella, and just sing anything, whether it's songs from Looney Tune cartoons or, I don't know, it could be anything really, just to get the voice working. But before a show, I have specific warm-ups that I do that I learned from a voice teacher in New York City who I went to just before the first Foreigner tour, because I was concerned that the rigors of a big tour would wear on my voice, and so there was this woman. She was up in her years. She had to be in her late 70s, and her name was Golly Compy, and she was the vocal instructor for Joel Grey. She worked with Liza Minnelli. She worked with a number of Broadway and off-Broadway singers that you may or may not have heard of, but she was considered one of the top people in her realm, and she worked with me and showed me the correct posture to sing in. She showed me specific warm-ups where I could open up my low range and my high range and go from one to the other effortlessly. She showed me different breathing techniques for if my voice after 2 or 3 shows was not in great shape, that I could still get what I needed out of it in a different way. She really was, for the short amount of time that I spent with her, she was a vocal mentor to me, and I'll never forget her.
Well, I'm hot-blooded, check it and see. I got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do you do more than dance? Hot-blooded, I'm hot-blooded. Shut it out, hang on.
Hey, what's up?
You don't have to read my mind.
I'm your host Tyler. With me as always
To
is
know
Brodie.
what I have in mind.
This is Three Guys Pickin,
You wanna know
and we are in the midst, middle,
What
and
you
or near
doing?
the end.
after the show.
Lou Gramm interview.
I like that song, man. That's a good song. Hot Blooded by Foreigner.
Check and see.
Hey,
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
or at least for the next 5, 10, 25, or 30 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us about meeting Lou Gramm. I mean, rock and roll legend. I mean, how cool is it that, you know, Three Guys Pickin can chat with Lou Gramm? Or at least you can chat with Lou Gramm and I have to stay home and don't even know that we do it. So, like, it's really, really awesome that you met Lou Gramm. Like, awesome, man! But I didn't. Thanks.
Hey, no problem. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, awesome dude. Sat down and talked all about Foreigner, what he's doing now, how he warms up his voice for shows.
Get it on it!
Yeah, that's another show.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, I always like to ask vocalists what they do to prepare because I need all the help I can get, and he was a really cool dude.
You need a lot of help.
Yes.
A lot of help. A lot of help.
So Lou Gramm used to be in a band called Foreigner. I don't know if
Foreigner.
you've heard of them.
Hot-blooded, check it and see. That sounded pretty cool. So, did you ask him about that song?
I asked him about that song.
Oh, cool, cool. Did you ask him why the fever was 103 and not like 105, 107, 99?
I did not.
I mean, why 103? Like, there's got to be some sort of significance, you know? It's like the number, you know, 27 showing up all the time, and this and that. And
I think we're seeing why I did the interview. And maybe you should too, so check it out. Or check it and see. Well, since we've never had you on before, we'd like to talk to you a little bit about Foreigner.
Okay.
You have some great songs. I don't know if you get to Chicago a lot, but they play Foreigner like round the clock, even before your show this week. If you didn't know better, you'd think you were a new band.
Awesome.
So
Are they here this week? Maybe they're doing a show too.
Maybe. Talk about the song Hot Blooded. Lyrically, who came up with the lyrics and how did that come about?
I came up with the lyrics, and I think it just came about. I'm always walking around with a steno pad and a pencil stuck behind my ear, and if I hear anything in a conversation or on television or on the radio or anything, any little catchphrase that strikes me, it goes down on the pad. And I have, to this point, about 12 to 15 of those pads full of little catchphrases. Hot Blooded was something I heard on I believe it was some sort of detective show about some perp who was carrying on with somebody's wife, and I don't know, it worked its way into that conversation, and it went into my little book. And when I heard Mick's guitar riffs, usually he'll well, in those days he had a little cassette of guitar riffs, and he would pass them along to me and say, see if you can come up with anything for these. And I as I was listening to them, I'd be leafing through my little book of ideas, and I did come up with Hot Blooded for that. And I think once that happened, we began working on the idea for the kind of storyline for the song, and when we started swapping off ideas, it obviously became yes, so to speak, and we had a lot of fun with it, and I think it's way over the top, but it works. It definitely works.
A lot of your songs have made their way into other pieces of media, like Hot Blooded, for instance, on King of Queens. Kevin James would sing some of the lyrics. It's on like Guitar Hero and some, I guess, video games. How is that your songs going into there? Do they have to contact you? Do they just do it?
No, they have to contact our publishing company, and I don't think it's a permission thing, but it's just in thing where they inform, and there's obviously a fee for that. It's a very small fee, but you know, a lot of times if a program that uses part of the tune or the words or whatever, a fragment of the song even, is played over and over again, it does add up. You know, especially if a song or a portion of the song is used in a minute and a half of a feature movie. You know, not only do you get the residuals from the time that the movie's at the theater, but then it goes to cable and then to network TV, and it's, you know, it can make it quite comfortable.
I'm in the wrong business.
I think you are. Let me hold that camera.
That's got to be pretty gratifying so many years later that your songs still strike a chord with people and people still want to use them.
It really is. It's you know, it's the best part. I grew up as a Beatles fan right from the get-go. I remember hearing "Love Me Do" for the first time on a little teeny Japanese portable radio that I got as a gift, and I remember what that song did to me, you know, and the following songs from that band and the whole British invasion, and for me, being able to hear a song that was that I wrote and recorded 25 years ago, to hear it again is still a thrill, and it makes all the work worthwhile.
Hey, it's time for my part of the show where I get to talk about places I've been that movies were filmed, and I got the pictures to fucking prove it. So, come on over and we'll take a look. Today we're going to talk about the little trip I took out to the East Coast. I had a little business trip that I took that brought me to Maryland. I decided to go, I'm going to go find Burkittsville, and I did that. So, as you can see from the picture, sitting up here on the stand, I made it to Burkittsville, Maryland, where the Blair Witch Project was filmed, and this sign was the actual sign in the movie that they showed. And I'll tell you something, I was scared crapless when I went to this place. I got out there, this is about midnight, okay? This is a back frickin' road in backwoods frickin' Maryland, where there's nothing but trees and farms and road. I was scared crapless, let me tell you. It's just another view of the sign. As I'm driving out to this backwoods freaking place, I get onto the road I'm supposed to be on, and there's detour signs. Road closed, go this way, go that way, go this way. And I'm thinking, this is freaking scary. It's midnight, it's Burkittsville, Blair Witch. I'm thinking, maybe this is a clever ruse by the witch to get me lost somewhere in backwoods Maryland, and then she can ram me up the ass, and I'll never be heard from again. But fortunately, that wasn't the case. There was actually a real detour. Nobody switched the signs. Everything was good. I got to Burkittsville, and this is a small, dinky little town, like 2 blocks. There's a cemetery right when you get into town. But I'll tell you, just the whole setting. I was there at midnight, thinking about the witch, scared shitless, but I got the pictures to prove it. I've been there, and something was pretty cool. So, hopefully someday you can make it there. But until then, I'm the closest you've been to Burkittsville in your fucking life. Take care.
Are there any individual foreigner songs that really hold a place with you that you enjoy playing live? That just like, wow, this means a lot to me, or anything that just...
Jukebox Hero, for sure. That song kind of was my premise, melodically and lyrically, and it's one of the songs that Mick and I worked on together, and it just kind of wrote itself almost. He came up with some great power chords and some really strong musical segments that just made my lyrics and melodies jump to life. Yes, it just blew me away.
Isn't 3 Guys Pickin the greatest show ever?
It's an awesome show. I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, we appreciate your time. We know you're busy, so we have some parting gifts for you. In case you probably haven't seen it, this is a copy of the program.
Excellent.
We go around Daily Plaza in Chicago, and we showcase a lot of the bands that we filmed, like some live performances, Def Leppard, Scorpions, Whitesnake, and then we have another program we interview Tesla, and there's a couple other segments. I played guitar on stage live with Tesla.
Excellent.
And then Brodie, the star, he went one-on-one with Biff Tannen from Back to the Future and Walt Willey from All My Children, did a little sparring comedic thing, so hopefully you'll enjoy it.
That's going to be great. I can't wait to see it. Thank you.
And in case you get cold being here in Chicago, we have an official 3 Guys Pickin t-shirt in extra large, because that's all we can afford.
That's fine. Look at that, will you? Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate your time. Have a good show.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Give me that. Shut up, Hello. Hello.